America, Amerindians, Afro-Americans, Native Americans, it's all in a name, it's all in a riddle, but it's not really a riddle. It's about the oligarchs, it's about the haves and the have-nots, it's about now, it's about pollution, it's about the GMOs. What do you know?
Oh, shit. I'm sorry, I had to think about this. I think I would define it as the land of opportunity with an ego problem, honestly. I don't know if that sounds like too... I was trying to think of a way to sum up how I feel. Like, I think there's a lot of
good things and a lot of bad things.
But yeah, I think people have an ego problem. Where I think it's going, I wouldn't consider myself a cynic, but I don't know. I don't think it's going in the best direction, I guess. I think there's a lot of improvement.
After spending time in Copenhagen for 6 months, they have it figured out, but I also don't think that would work here, so.
Yeah, I don't know, I think there's a lot of change to be made and progress to be made, but unless people kind of have a reality check, I don't know if that's going to happen. So, I don't know, it's kind of dismal, I guess, but
that's depressing on the first day. Yeah. Anything else? More? Well, as someone who wants to go into healthcare, it's a little scarier, but just, I don't know, in terms of like insurance policies and things. I could ramble on for days, but like, I don't know what I'm talking about. So.
Yeah, it's a little bit scary, I think, to think about what's going to happen in the future. And I just think, things like capitalism, if they're just kind of let to roam and go crazy, I think that could be a serious problem for a lot of people, with the middle class just dwindling and the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. I think that could end up in a pretty scary dystopian society for sure.
That is intense. I don't know, America is so new that it's kind of like, at this point, the whole world is completely spread with us people, different kinds of people mixing in with everything. But America is a mesh of immigrants. It's all immigrants. Even though it doesn't seem like, we label ourselves as Americans, we're not from here at all.
It's the land of the free, the home of the brave. I think it's generally a great place, the greatest place in the world, perhaps. I don't know. But I love it. I mean, every day above ground is a good day here. I think that we could do more with the homeless situation. I feel like the bureaucracy thing, I think there's a lot of mismanaged money. I don't know. I think we get it together, and I hope we prosper. I have faith in this country. And I love it. That's about all I got. I don't know.
A land of the free and the brave. A home of the free and the brave. It's a land of opportunity. We have the freedom to vote here. And I think that this is a wonderful country, and I love my country.
And where do you think it's going?
Hopefully into bigger and better places than it is. You want me to say more?
Sure.
Okay. Where do I think it's going? I think that there's a lot of opportunity in this country, and I think people have the opportunity to make something of themselves that they don't have in other countries. I think that our country, I think the young people of today are standing up. I think that people are going to have more control of the government, and I think that hopefully our country is going to be more for the people instead of for the government. And that's about it.
It's an opportunity, land of opportunity, to be cliche again. Where do I think it's going? Wow, where do I think it's going? I think there are a lot of problems in terms of discrepancy with the socioeconomic classes. I don't know, I feel like there's a great divide between the very rich and the very poor, and I feel like the middle class is being left out because both of those extremes are being catered to, and I think there's a large angry population right now.
To hell.
Big opportunities than in my country. I don't have it, and I think this country goes to in good way. But the thing is, they spend too much money in the wars and resolve the problems out of the country, and the America have a big issues here that you have to solve first, then cover the other necessities out of the country.
Socially great, politically to the dog.
Anything else? Anything else? That just
Bottom line.
sums it up. Socially
I'm
great.
a direct to the point guy.
You know, America is like, I don't look at America, I don't look at it as one place, I look at it as the Americas. How do I find it? The Jazz Republic.
Downhill. I think America's not worth anything anymore.
Basically, it's not worth shit.
What do you think?
What do you think America's going to?
America?
You gotta get in the video, you gotta get in the... Oh.
Well, America right now, it's crap. It really is.
crap.
This
Yeah.
is a country where everything, we're supposed to have our freedom. We have a bit of freedom, but not much. You know, we could have more. I think this country's crap. I really do.
Same here.
I think it's crap.
I think it's crap.
Oh, we go to.
I think it should be more better and more help out here. Instead of helping the rich more and
You gotta help the poor. That's right in here.
and the poor should be helped more with houses and I don't know.
I'm with you.
It's hard out here.
I don't really believe in nationalism. I consider myself a citizen of planet Earth, not an American per se, because I'm rather ashamed of a lot of what America has been doing, which is why I think it's going to hell in a handbasket. Greed, corruption, the spread of capitalism throughout the world, I think, is a plague upon the planet. Go on and on, really. I have a lot to say about America. I've got a long history of demonstrating against a lot of the greed and corporate policies here in this country, and I think it's a shame that people aspire to that.
Fine America.
Okay, I'll go first. So I think America is still like one of the more like open countries in the world that is more kind of like can accept like different diversity of culture or have the more potential to do that. And I would like to see in the future they would keep doing this and to embrace like different culture and respect different people because I think America has the potential, but it can do better as well. Yeah.
How can it be better, you think?
Well, just in terms of like understanding, like different countries in the world or like different culture, and for example, in the Middle East, Africa and Asian countries, because everybody wants to come to America, and so it would be nice to like feel more like be understood in this country as well. I think it's already pretty good compared to a lot of countries, but when you're doing well, you can do better.
I think I would agree with Coach on most of the points. I think it's a great country with a lot of opportunities and a lot of possibilities. And as any great country, it has a lot of flaws, and definitely it could do better on a lot of topics, and especially especially could do better so it could think about. So my problem with the United States is that like it's tends to focus on the foreign policy rather than like domestic problems, and there are so many domestic problems that maybe like America should spend money on this area rather than just like spreading the democracy around the world.
This country, the country we live in.
50 states, lower 48, and those other two like weird guys over there. And I think it's going down the shitter.
Right now, it's not going where it's supposed to be. Everybody's blaming everybody else, and really, they're blaming, like, for example, the president. The president is cleaning up after another president's mistake. So, really, it's like each president is cleaning up after each other. It's trying to make the world a little bit much better. The media, us media, is criticizing the president of today of what he's doing, and they just can't accept it because the next president is going to do the same thing what Obama's doing. So everybody, we're just trying to make the world a little bit much better, but we can't. Right now, we got the economy is low, jobs, depression.
I know kids that just go to college. Oh yeah, they got this crib. Got a nice family, but they're not happy at all. You know what I mean? Yeah, they got the money, got the apartment, you got your PS4 or whatever, but you're not happy. You know what I mean? I miss, all these material things. You know what I mean?
They're not necessities.
Exactly. Like they're not necessities.
So we didn't have that.
And that's where succeeding comes from. Just that word. People think, yeah, if you have this, you have that, you succeed.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, I feel like having purpose is like succeeding. When you feel like you have a purpose, that is a success. It's like whatever you want to do, and that's freedom. So they're all very connected questions.
Downstream. The river's just rising. This is just a barometer of what's happening. Everything that's happening is going with America, with the skies, the weather. We're a reflection of the weather. Everything that's happening now is happening, reflecting what's going on in the natural elements. Yes, mankind has a hand in altering things, certainly, but in the larger scope of things, we're just caught in the tide. Depending on how far you want to take the tide and accelerate, that's up to you. But that's why I think it's going downstream.
That's the definition of cancer, right? It's something that consumes its host.
But I don't know, we will find a way. I feel like we will find a way no matter what. We have all this time, us people, as humans. And we will continue to just go towards the light.
And where it's going, you said, right? Where it's going? I think America is it's not going very well. Everything is too centralized and too generalized into smaller words. You know what I mean? And it's making everybody, exactly. When somebody in the big chair says, "Yeah, cut this and cut that," what do we experience? You know what I mean? Like it's either some type of school club that got closed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, something not good.
Exactly.
A place for people, where we should be dealing more so with people and with the human agenda, dealing with things that are more uplifting and more creative, as well as informative. We should be dealing more with truth. That's what I do. When I think of America, I think of people, and not the corporations or the government or all the other things that seem to be anti-people, anti-human.
America needs to kind of change a little bit of the strategy that, kind of acknowledge that it might not be the only superpower in the world, but which it can be an opportunity too, because I think there's still a lot of very good values that America embrace, can be spread to the world as well, but maybe, in a more, at the level of people rather than at the level of countries or policy or military, right? Yeah. So still, there's a good hope. I mean, I look forward to what America is going to be in 10 years, really.
Well, me too, but I think how I see it, America is going to be even more divided and like more spread until like very, very rich and very, very poor. At least like from what's going on right now, and I think the middle class is gonna shrink. That's where America is going right now. That's how I see it.
We're going down the tubes, we're going down the drain if we don't hang on to one another and treat each other the same. That's where we're going. Where do we need to go? We do not need to go to the moon and do what we did to the moon. Win America soon.